muchacho. Assorted flavors in these gelatos. Inspire young minds and stack my nachos with the rock determination of a vato. Run across the border with this poncho. Face like when it's busting. Planning these things.
No, you imbecile. I said to apply the Luxuria wax from Italy, and your lackey said you applied the Labant from France. Do you hear the different sounds those two words make? If my paint fades or loses luster in any way, you're gonna hear from my lawyer. Ciao!
You having rich guy problems over there?
Yeah, thanks to you, rich guy problems. So here it is.
Yeah.
We're locked into the short-term deal with Sprint, but State Farm is coming hard. Smart move is to sit tight for right now. If we hold off and give them an exclusive when you're not repping anything else, I could probably get more money out of them. Also, that way you're not stretched too thin. You can focus on your game.
Okay, that's a smart move. And what's the other move?
Other move is immediate gratification. We move forward with Sprint and lock in State Farm right now. Bird in the hand and all that. It's your call either way.
Let's do this State Farm deal now and get paid. Let's get this money.
Oh, man, after my greedy little heart. I'll make the call. I'll get the details to you later, okay? Ciao.
All right, man. Back to the game.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. They're in ninth place in the Eastern Conference, still in the playoff picture, but they could use some wins.
Well, this is the rubber match here. This is the third and final meeting between these two clubs. Each one has won once, and so that puts a little something extra in the atmosphere today.
I would not disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, they both want this one pretty badly, and I think they'll treat it accordingly. Maybe we'll see an extra minute or two from the starters or a few other playoff-type game strategies.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We have Vitor Faverani. Smart is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Wallace. And it's Diaw in at the 4 spot. Here's Fournier, right now averaging 5 points a game. Now the pass to Money. Launches it. Cannot hit. Now Boston takes it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Money. 14 points from him the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the ball, just racking up the assists.
Now Rondo after the missed 3 from Money. Outside Rondo. Diaw, the screen. In the corner, Smart with it. The three-pointer off the mark.
couldn't convert. A nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Lets it fly from 18. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
That's good. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Here's Money, averaging 16 points a game. Lets it go with a 3. The Magic again can't hit.
Kind of a shaky first few minutes, guys. 5 field goal attempts, only 1 made.
Rondo with it. Now guarded by Money. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Diaw. Orlando grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
Both free throws good for Money. Rondo with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Right side, Rondo. Drops it in from 11 feet. Rondo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Here's Money. He's covered by Rondo. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And that is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line. In 9 attempts, he's made 2. Not exactly lighting up the scoreboard to start the game.
Sullinger a screen on Payton. Back to Rondo. Feeds it to Sullinger. Young outside. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Smart. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Pulls it up. No good for Money.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Here's Smart. The pass to Zeller. Outside Rondo. Now here's Smart. Not a lot of room. Zeller takes the 12-footer and hits. Zeller's got his first 2 points of the night.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Here's Money. He's got 8. Here's Harkless. Lays it up and banks it in.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Celtics leading by 4. Rondo kicks to Young. Pass to Sullinger. Shoots from the elbow. Count the bucket. Jared Sullinger. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Money passes to Payton. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Young comes over to help. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Outside, Rondo puts up a three. Here's Smart. From outside, off the mark.
This Wednesday, April 6th, Nick.
Come on. And now the second quarter. They'll go in with an almost entirely new group here. Gordon's checked in for Fry. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Harris. Fournier's checked in for Harkless. And Money subbed in for Payton. Money, he's in at point guard. Fournier out there with Andrew Nicholson. Then there's Ben Gordon. And it's Gordon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Bucks.
Last game, we really struggled getting production out of the pick and roll. So we're going to work it today. Same as always. A solid screen and an aggressive roll to the basket. We run the pick and roll correctly. There's no way anybody can stop it. Now let's go.
and brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. So,
we're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Bosh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here is McRoberts. Dang passes to McRoberts. 6 on the shot clock. Dang can't get it to go.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
Now Beverly, after the missed 3 from Luol Deng. Beverly dishes to Ariza. Offline with his 3. On defense, the Rockets. And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Howard with his screen on Chalmers. Jones kicks to Beverly. Jones in the post. Wade is covering. On the basket by Jones.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Dang against Ariza. Dang goes in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Here's Houston now. It's a 3-point game. Beverly the pass to Ariza. Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded, and the basket good. Beverly's got his first basket. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wade kicks to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Chalmers with it. Dishes to McRoberts. 5 on the clock. And there's Dang. That's good on the assist by McRoberts. Dang's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open? Well, you know, both of these teams certainly in the conversation when you talk about NBA dynasties. With some epic finals performances to show for it. Always a pleasure to watch these two teams face off.
Now, here's Chalmers. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Here's Bosh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
D. Wade with an excellent pass there.
Rockets trail by 6. Now Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Jones dishes to Harden. Shoots from 12. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
The Heat leading by 4. Wade outside. Out left to the wing. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. For the Rockets, Jeff Adrian comes in for Terrence Jones. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the Heat, Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Miami with the ball. Left side Anderson. Clock at 6. McRoberts down low. Adrian's there. Wade can't hit. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Reza passes to Howard. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden outside. Fires for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Deng kicks to McRoberts. Passes it to Cole. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. And it's Deng in the corner. The dish to Cole. Takes the 3. Miami no good on that time either.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen. Again, the miss by the Heat. And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. Still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
Wade outside. The pass to McRoberts. Shot to end this cold run. Adrian with the rebound.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Wade, looking for his first basket still in this one. Now, here is Harden. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
The second verse is dedicated to the man who concerned with his friends and his family and his women. Him and his men. Him in the club, I do the dance. Don't care who they can. Yeah, you got it. Let's stop pretending. If you pack that by the basement, by the case, the name of his face. It's a pretty face man. Him and that they did a big man. Leave it, they kept it.
Here's Beverly. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Haslam and Bosh up front. Chalmers is out there with Napier. And it's Granger in at the small forward. Napier passes to Haslam. Napier kicks to Haslam. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Napier, just 5 on the clock. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Napier's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, James Harden, a sixth man with the Thunder, but he's the go-to guy in Houston, a role he's very comfortable in. He said, quote, in college and high school, I was always the focal point. Now I'm back to my old ways, needing to be the leader, needing to score. In any situation, I'm going to be good. Kevin, he's certainly been good for the Rockets.
A one-man wrecking crew, Doris. Thank you.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
And it's tied up with that one.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Now here's Bosch. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Bosch has got his second basket of the night.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back out of the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical. It's been fast. It's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Here's Jones. The Rockets again can't hit. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He urged them to do everything possible to create open looks for each other. Talked about setting picks, running more set plays, anything to shake free of that defense. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Bosch, the screen. Napier kicks to Granger with the shot. Off the left rim and out.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Well, Danny Granger in his prime, a 25-point-per-game scorer and an all-star, but knee troubles have conspired to hold him back over the last couple of seasons. He's still an effective role player, but just not the star that he once was.
And you recall, back in 2005, Danny Granger slipped to 17th on draft night because of concerns about his knee. He made it 7 seasons before that became a hindrance. Now he's trying to overcome it in the latter stages of his career.
And the first one drops. And Granger, at one time the franchise player for the Pacers. But with their camp situation, Steve, the writing was on the wall.
Well, a new team in a new situation. And, you know, when healthy, Danny Granger is still an impact player. Really, at this stage of his career, though, he's best served in a reserve role.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets.
The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
Here's Napier. He dishes it to Granger, lets it fly, and it's Miami with another. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
Now, here is Haslam. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Bosch. Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got his third rebound tonight.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Howard in the post. Haslam on him. Another miss by Houston.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Napier, defended by Beverly. Johnson with the block. Rockets trail by 4. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Howard dishes to Daniels. Back to Howard. And that one is hammered home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Now, here is Haslam. 46 seconds left in the first half. And the shot is good. Napier's got 5.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Bosch against Howard. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. 32 seconds left now here in the second. Napier kicks to Chalmers. Kicks it out to Granger. He feeds it to Haslam. There's a good screen. Just 5 to shoot. Heat moving the ball around. Nobody near Granger. And again, Miami with the triple. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Johnson outside. Launches it. The shot no good. Here's Napier. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Miami ahead, up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dwayne, give us your perspective on that first half.
I like the way we started the game. Sometime on the road we start off slow, so I thought we got to the fight early. And it's a true good team, so, it's the way it should be.
Dwayne, thank you. Always fun to watch. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One of the stories here, Danny Granger getting it done today.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. It's Harden with the drive. Hands the 12-footer. Harden's got the first basket of the second half here for the Rockets. James Harden, Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer.
Ariza passes to Harden. No good. And it's Miami the other way.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Bosh can't get it to go.
And Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc or in the paint. That combination of shooting with slashing ability, a real key to his effectiveness.
Now here's Chalmers. Following the miss by Chris Bosh. Wade dishes to Bosh. Harden against Wade. Shot clock at 6. Back to Chalmers. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game.
And James Harden among the league leaders in scoring and scoring efficiency for 2 seasons running. Even bad shots for most players are average ones for him with his great skill level. And the other thing that makes him such a potent scorer, he gets to that foul line to the tune of about 10 times a game.
A different look for Miami. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second-chance points. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And so here is Miami following the score by Houston. Over in the corner, Cole. Wade against Harden. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
Can't let him that close to the basket. It's almost a guaranteed finish when he gets into the paint.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Sinks that one from the post.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Cole. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Anderson outside. Clock at 6. Here's McRoberts. Out to Wade. And there's another one for the Heat. Rockets trail by 6. The Heat came into last season looking to three-peat. Anything less would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, well, you could see that they were focusing on the playoffs last year. The Bobcats didn't really stand a chance against them in round 1. It was easy picking for the Heat.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hip.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Jeffy Green's checked in for the Rockets. Isaiah Cannon comes in for Patrick Beverly.
One shot. Well, to get back to the Heat last year, a lot of teams in the conference didn't really look to be in the same ballpark as Miami in terms of playoff hunger.
You know, the Heat did breeze through to the finals, but the three-peat just was not in the cards after they fell to the Spurs. Terrific run nonetheless. 4 consecutive NBA Finals 2 championships, and quite honestly, who knows how things could have gone if the air conditioning didn't fail or any other twist in that epic series. That air conditioning went down in Game 1, folks, if you didn't recall that, but it wasn't anything about air conditioning. The Spurs were super hot and well-oiled and highly motivated. They wanted that trophy.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second-chance points. He talked also about getting the ball to their big men in the low post. That's where the ball should be going, he said. Let's get it in tight. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And he gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 2. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Cannon gets to Ariza. Houston moving it around. Here's Howard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Howard's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Now here's Dang. He has 5. They set the pick. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Miami shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you've got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
Houston making a switch here. Daniels has checked in. Now here's Wade. Here's the screen. Dang with it. He's picked up by Ariza. 4 on the clock. Rob. 1:10 left in the third. Now the feed to Adrian. Anderson against Howard. It's Ariza on the wing. 6 to shoot. Stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dang passes to Cole. Back to Dang. Anderson right side. Wade outside. From the high post. Good on the jump shot. Wade's got 6. Boy, the Rockets came out smelling like a rose, didn't they? Bringing in Howard, but some luck along the way, too. You remember the Chris Paul Lakers trade that was vetoed. Steve, the Rockets would have gotten Pau Gasol in the deal.
And then not Dwight Howard because they wouldn't have had the cap room to absorb him. So, you know, they're probably glad that in hindsight that deal fell through because Dwight Howard, the younger and more talented player, when you think about his comparison to Gasol. Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him taking the pick.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Here's Chalmers. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Dang in at the 3 spot.
Dwayne Wade. That's his first personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Miami?
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots. Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a third straight championship.
And last season, I'd say, guys, the Heat more or less just conceded that #1 seed to the Pacers.
Yeah, almost like a marathon runner. You know, they just didn't want to burn out early, so they just kind of found their pace throughout the season. And they weren't worried too much about the home seed. They were concerned more with their own health. And I thought Erik Spoelstra handled all of those dynamics perfectly.
Rockets trail by 3. Harden kicks to Jones. Feeds to Howard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Wade drives in, and another basket for Miami.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And for Houston, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Harden outside. Howard in the post. He's covered by Bosh, and he gets it to go. 13 points for Dwight Howard.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Bosh against Howard. Bosh kicks to Deng. With some arc, there's the bucket. Good. Deng's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
Trevor Ariza is checked in for Daniels. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
Jones sets the pick for Harden. Pass to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Good. It's Harden with the assist. That's out. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Wow, this is impressive. They have officially hauled themselves all the way back into a game that appeared to have gotten away from them.
I didn't think they could pull it off, quite honestly, but here we are. Tie game, 4th quarter, and now you've got to love their chances.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Here is McRoberts off the pick. And there's Deng. That's good on the assist by McRoberts. And that's 11 points for Luol Deng. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Outside Deng. Back to Wade. Chalmers dishes to Bosh. 6 to shoot. Wade kicks to Deng. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Houston, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Harden the pass to Howard. Back to Harden. And here's Beverly. It's Harden with the drive to take the lead. And it's Wade with the rebound. Miami's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Chalmers dishes to Wade. They set the pick. Back to Chalmers. Three-pointer. And Jones pulls it down. Chalmers has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Dishes to Beverly. Passes it to Harden. He feeds it to Beverly. Howard in the post. Working on Bosch. Howard's shot is good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And the Heat call time here. They trail by 2. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. .153 left in the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Bosch kicks to Wade. There's the dish to Chalmers. Nick Roberts, the pass to Bosch. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
6 seconds.
Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Wade, and the shot is good.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 1. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's 1:26 left in the game. Beverly with the ball. Jones with the screen on Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Beverly dishes to Harden. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. From 13, the shot is off. And Houston the other way now. Ariza passes to Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. Kicks to Beverly. On the wing, Harden. Wade is covering. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by the Heat. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Here's Chalmers. Good!
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 3. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. Could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth, and so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. From deep, Harden. Kicks it out to Ariza. Puts up a 3. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
He found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
And the Heat call time here. They lead by 1. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Seven seconds left to play in the final quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Boy, what nerves. Those free throws now put them in a very good position, 3 points ahead. Boy, a 3 here would be huge.
Yeah, a chance to tie it up and make it even with the game on the line.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Dwayne, how did you guys overcome the deficit on the glass tonight?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for our rebounding.
More than one way to skin a cat. Thank you, Dwayne. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Dwayne Wade.